listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
It used to be easy for me to list my favorite Final Fantasies. The odd ones and the ones that are multiples of 3, excluding those with a 3 in them. Easy. And then 14.2 came around and shot that right down. That's kind of simplistic too. I don't really dislike any of them, except 8. And even then I find the mechanics so upside down and backward that it's kind of fun to watch. But I obtained the PS3 HD remakes of 10 and 10.2 on one convenient disc, likely because they share a bajillion assets. Primarily because while I don't actively seek out opportunities to play these two games, when I do, I tend to have a lot of fun. And now that fun includes all of the International Edition content that we only got to dream about before. I'll leave 10.2 for another time, and today focus on the adventures of Tedious and pals as they play strange soccer analogs and see lots of dead people. I know it's not actually pronounced that way, but they gave me the opportunity to rename this bastard and even screwed themselves in the second game in the process. So allow me to abuse that power for a moment. This blonde dope was just trying to be a sports star while working out his massive daddy issues when all of a sudden a massive monstrosity lays waste to the city and teleports our unlikely hero to a far-off land where his hometown doesn't exist anymore. Said monstrosity keeps everyone living meager existences at best, and the only true constants are an all-pervasive church and the same flavor of pseudo-soccer that he played back home. Tedious manages to leverage this knowledge of sport and get into the good graces of Bender, Bender's Goth Tsundere Belt Elemental cohort, a summoner looking to save the world, and her right-hand furry. I shouldn't talk smack on Kimahri though, dude's a Dragoon Blue Mage, which is double awesome. You know who's the only other Dragoon Blue Mage? Gilgamesh.
Yuna gone.
It's not your fault, Kimahri.
The mechanics remain the same in this outing, save for the bonus content added in the international version, such as an advanced sphere grid that mixes your character progression up a bit, and access to new distillation abilities that let you force particular sphere drops for most enemies. I can't count how many times I've been hamstrung by a dry spell of power spheres, causing me to leave a particular character languishing for dozens of fights when they should be enjoying the same modular, bit-by-bit upgrades the rest of the party are getting. One of the things I always liked about Final Fantasy X was how there are so many choices in skill development, simply by altering how you navigated the sphere grid. This advanced version starts everyone much closer together, allowing you to double up on particular skill sets more readily. Because let's face it, you want haste on as many of your combatants as possible. Tell the truth. Ultimately though, 10 boasts one of my favorite battle systems in the series, mostly for the flexibility of bouncing characters into and out of the party on the fly. It adds a major tactical element, as does the fact that, perhaps for the first time in the series, debuffs like Poison and Blind are actually worth using. No more piddly chip damage or theoretical accuracy penalties, these debuffs mean business, costing you or your foes around a quarter of your health each turn, or removing any realistic chance of landing an attack. And no discussion of Final Fantasy X would be complete without perhaps the strangest minigame system this side of Parley, Blitzball, which actually has more in common with lesser-known Japanese sports games like Captain Tsubasa or Inazuma 11 than anything that's ever happened in Final Fantasy. Part of it's in real time, but any interactions with opposing players stop the action down and give you the choice of which play to make. By talking to NPCs throughout the world, you can find free agents to beef up an otherwise anemic Besaid Aurochs team. Say what you will about the mechanics of underwater soccer, that's actually rather fun. You know what's less fun? Dodging 200 lightning bolts. Or trying to complete the Chocobo race in negative time. Or chasing those damnable butterflies. And you thought 30,000 Alexandrite was a steep price, how about your sanity? Yeah, that's a down note, but it's the down note this game deserves. Sure, it says HD Remaster right there on the title, but if you're looking for a polished, beautiful interpretation of Final Fantasy X, well, you're out of luck. Though there's a new coat of paint, so many corners were cut in this port that it makes the Steam version of 13 look downright well thought out. You're still looking at weird angles in physics with Riku's shoulder blade ribbon things, you're still going to see odd clipping that we thought went out of style on the PS2, and while the soundtrack's still a masterwork, there's occasional choppiness in the dialogue. Something got mistimed somewhere, and that's a shame. If you're the owner of a fat first-gen backward-compatible PS3, or you've still got room to have your PS2 hooked up, there's really no reason to bother with this version outside of the International Edition content. And there's no way I'm leaving this review without the ultra-awkward laugh. Man, I can't wait for the PS4 version of this exact same thing, huh?
You probably shouldn't laugh anymore.